So if we talk about BRICS or SCO group or other groups which are non-Western groups such as African Union or maybe some Latin American countries groups. So first I want to share with you a little bit about BRICS, like when BRICS was started in the year 2009, when the first summit was happened, it was called as a group of 4 countries only, BRIC. And in the year 2010, South Africa showed their interest to join this group, and it became BRICS and officially. And slowly BRICS become very much popular in the world because it is a group of mainly 5 countries. And if we see some little bit history about BRICS, it accounts for around 40% of the world population. And especially if we see in the BRICS, there is like Brazil, which is covering like the Latin American, South American part. Then South Africa is there, which is covering the whole of the African continent also. Then Russia and India is here, and China is there, which is covering the Eurasian part and the Asian and South Asian part, like that. So it is a very strong group as we compared with the other groups such as G7 or G20. It's like a 5 countries group, but much more powerful. If we talk about the population, if we talk about economy, technology of these countries, it is much more future growth prospects also for this BRICS group. And this is one reason that why now more and more countries are getting interested to join these groups. And this is why, like, you know, in the year 2017 during the BRICS summit in Xiamen in China, the idea of BRICS Plus was proposed. And during that time, few countries were there invited as a guest observer countries during the summit. And now recently, from the last few months, you saw a lot of other countries from around the world expressed their interest to join the BRICS group. And recently, Argentina and Iran have already officially filled up their application to join this BRICS group. And now there are a list of many countries around the world, such as Algeria recently, few days ago, showcased their interest to join the BRICS platform. Then Nigeria, Egypt, Sudan, Saudi Arabia, Bangladesh, and many other countries are interested to join this group. But why? Because they also understand that BRICS is not under the pressure of any Western bloc, and it's a very independent platform, and all those countries which have a huge prospect of development in the future. And also BRICS is like a platform which is like a competitor to stop the Western hegemony also, and to promote their countries with a lot of new projects in terms of infrastructure development and to improve their economic and trade relations within the BRICS countries. Last more than 6 years, I am working very closely and actively with Russia and many other countries around the world. And if I talk about India and Russia, for me, Russia have always a very special place because it's very famous that Russian hospitality. And I love Russian history, culture, architecture, literature, music, art. So many things are there which always make me more interested in this country, to come there, visit this country. I am already attached with Russia from last more than 10 years because the first time I met with Russian people in my country, in India, in Goa, because if you go and travel to Goa, it's like a small Russian town because a lot of Russian people love India. And they love to travel, spend their holidays, vacation in India, and especially in Goa. And it is famous not from now, it is famous from last more than 70 years, I can say. And I met there with the Russian people. I tried to understand the language, and I feel so interested in this, and this is how my interest was developed. And then I started to learn more about Russian culture, history, and all. So in the year 2017, the first time I got a chance to travel to Russia, it was like my dream to come here. And I always wanted to be here because I love Russian music, Russian history, culture, so many things. So I always wanted to be here because, in the year 2017, when Russia hosted the World Youth Festival in Sochi, so President Putin said one line like, Russia, it is a country, a land of opportunities for the young people. And I really feel that it's true. And I'm always happy to be here because I travel to many countries around the world. And the most comfortable I always feel in my country, in India or in Russia. It's for me, it's very close to my heart because if we will see the history, we are connected by the roots with each other. I don't think so that there is any, how to say, pressure on any negative thoughts about Russian people in India, especially with the young youth of India. We as Indian people, we always love Russian people so much from our heart and soul. And also, as I told you, that Russian hospitality is very famous in the world, and for me also, and especially in India, we always welcome our guests with our open heart and soul. So Indian hospitality at the same time is very much most popular and famous in the world. And always we love Russia very much, and we are supporting Russia always because we are always standing with each other. As you know, if we see about the history relation about our countries, we stand for each other always in our hard times and good times also. So also there were like rallies in Delhi, in the capital city, around a few months ago, and it was for the to showcase the support for Russia and India, and there was like huge poster which says like India, Russia, friends forever. I think that we need to, for this issue, we need to develop more and more strong relations, especially with the young people. I can say that civil society plays a very important role for the development of relations between the young people of Russia and India. And also, I would like to stress upon the factor about we need to develop such important programs from the education point of view, like from the education sphere. Maybe, for example, maybe to start active collaboration and cooperation of the schools from India and from Russia, so that the young minds, the young students, they will get a chance to visit and explore India. At the same time, the Indian students will get a chance to explore Russia, what is real Russia is all about, Russian history, literature, culture, art, like that. Secondly, also, the second point is that to develop strong relation and cooperations between the universities from Russia and India, because such projects can create a strong platform for the young people, because the point is that young people, they want to do so much, but the point is that they don't know or they don't get a correct information or a correct platform how they should do it or who should support them. So they need a good mentor for that, and such platform can help them to be their mentors. I want to share with you like some of the projects, like one of the organization called Rus Promo and the Ros Congress Foundation. With them together, we started during the St. Petersburg International Economic Forum in the year 2018. We started a project called Friend for Leadership. So this is a project for the young people from around the world. So we invite the young people, innovative, creative minded young people, to showcase their innovative projects in the field of sustainable development goals, or maybe any project which can be related to trade relation, entrepreneurship, startup ideas, like that. So we welcome them to showcase their projects and ideas during such international forums in Russia or maybe in different countries. And similarly, we hosted their panel also in India, in Delhi also in the year 2019 also. And recently, during the St. Petersburg International Economic Forum 2022, this year there was around more than 42 countries, young leaders participated during our panel discussion during the SPIF. So another platform which I want to focus upon is the tourism. Tourism is the biggest and the highest potential sphere for the development of relations between our countries. Because you know, Russian people, they always love to travel to India, and similarly Indian people, they love to travel around the world, but Indian market is a very huge market for the inbound tourism into Russia, and at the same time the Russian people are very much interested to visit to India. So we need to develop strong cooperation between the tourism organizations between Russia and India, because people don't get correct information, and second main thing is the lack of information and awareness. Such organization here like Rostourism or OSIC, National Union of Hospitality Industry, they are already doing a lot of efforts and initiative to promote Russian tourism around the world, and also to invite the people from India and other countries to travel and explore beautiful Russia. So at the same time, we need to make very active projects in the field of tourism, and because tourism and hospitality is one big platform through which people can explore the country. Because Indian people, they love to travel, they love to spend money on traveling, so they travel all the time to the European country. For one small example, like people travel to European countries to see like northern lights. So nobody knows or nobody have information that they can visit to Russia and explore such beautiful northern lights in the northern region of Russia, like in Murmansk, like in Arkhangelsk, like this region. And their infrastructure is already developing every year, and also they can spend half of the money to explore such beautiful things here, and also they can enjoy the beautiful Russian hospitality here and feel much more comfortable. Actually, for this topic, we need to go back a little in the history. The relation between India and Russia was started from in the 15th century. Maybe many people don't know the first Russian travel merchant and the first European person. His name is Afanasy Nikitin from the city of Tver. He was the person who explored to India even before Vasco da Gama explored India. So this was a time that the relation between our countries started. And this person was very much interested to know about Indian tradition, culture, and that is why he decided to travel to India. And after that, also in the year 1957, a film was made between India and Russia on the life of Afanasy Nikitin. That when he traveled to India, what he learned about India, culture and tradition, like that. And then after, in the year 1947, when India got independence, India and Russia, at that time Soviet Union, USSR, we had a very strong relation from that time. And now in the year 2022, this year, we are celebrating our 75 years of diplomatic relations also. And at the same time, we are celebrating the 75 years of independence of India. And very soon, on 15th of August, we will be celebrating our Independence Day also. So the relations between India and Russia are very strong from the historical time. And also, if we go back many centuries ago, our even civilization are connected with each other. For example, Aryan civilization and Indo-Aryan civilization. So we are also connected with each other by the roots. Even the Russian language, some of the Russian language has a strong connection with our Sanskrit language, because Sanskrit language, it is called as the mother of all language and one of the oldest language in this world. And the relations between our country are growing every year in terms of trade relation, of course, and you can see what all is happening from the last 5 months, the difficult period of time, a lot of sanctions like that, but at the same time there is no effect or a very less effect between Russia and India in terms of trade relations, because trade relations are growing and growing between our countries. And I am so happy and proud to say that we are always connected with each other. And as there is a special line for Russia and India, that we are always a time-tested friends and a strategic partners for each other. And our countries are always standing with each other for the bad period of time or a good period of time. As there is a historical famous slogan like Hindi Rusi Bhai Bhai, which means Indian and Russians like brother for each other. And this line is now showcasing the reality in this difficult period of time, that we have a very strong relation, and because from any Western bloc pressure, we don't have any issues between our relations, and we are always with each other as a more and more trade relation friends, and also in terms of promoting cultural traditions like that. And this year also, as we got some information that more and more Indian students are interested to come to Russia for higher education, and it's really great for us. I don't understand that what these sanctions are like, what they want to prove actually, because these new sanctions like putting on Rosotrudnichestvo, it is like pointless or useless, I would say, because Rosotrudnichestvo, they are like a platform or an organization which represent in all over the countries, in all over the world, in different countries, in different cities, and their main aim to promote like the country, rich tradition, culture, so many things, so that the young people from those countries can get some information and learn so many things. Like me personally, like I am one of the example. I started to visit Russian Culture Center in Delhi, and from there I learn about Russian history, Russian culture, and so many things. And this is how I started to like a lot about Russia. So they are just like a platform. It's like how to say intercultural, like cultural exchange platform where the young people from different countries get to know so many information. Even they support for higher education in Russia, like that, and they have nothing to do with all these things that is happening around the world. So this is like a useless or pointless thing. Like what is the use of putting sanctions on them? And another example, as we as a young people see and observe and feel that this information is not correct, because like putting a sanction of sports people, like people related to art, culture, like spreading of negativity about Russophobia around the world. This is very wrong thing, because they are just like a human being who are just doing their profession, what they love they are doing. So they are just an artist or from a culture background, from a musician. So they are not allowed to participate in international events like in sports games and like that. So this is not correct. So I am against this thing. So everything here is very good, and life is good here in Russia. So the tourist season is already open in Russia. So I should say that all the young people to utilize their energy in a more creative things, and to which can help them for the development of their country and stop the hatred, and try to focus our positive power in a positive direction, and come and welcome to Russia to explore here the beautiful rich history, culture, architecture, music, literature, and so many things. So that who have never been to Russia, so they will, when they visit first time, and then they will feel what the real Russia is all about. And I request that don't pay much attention on the negative things or negative stereotypes, because as we say that every coin has a two different side. So we should not see only the one side of a coin. We should need to see the both sides of a coin. So don't how to say believe in negativity, and try to spread peace and love in the world. Thank you very much.